The good old takeaway. Most people can't live without them. In fact, statistically, I can't say it. Statistically, in 2022, 57% of consumers ordered takeaway 3 times a week, which is a staggering number. Compared to that, just 10% of us tend to leave reviews. So I've decided to take the very worst rated takeaways in my area, order chicken from them, and see if the bad reviews hold any weight at all. Why chicken, you might ask? And that's because chicken is both one of the easiest things to overcook and one of the easiest things to undercook. So I really kind of hope these restaurants get it right. Now you know me, I'm all for honesty. So I'll be leaving my own review after sampling each of these hopefully delectable chicken dishes. I'll be ordering from 2 2-star takeaways, a 1-star takeaway, and to top it off, I'll be reordering from the only place that I myself have ever given a 1-star review to. First up is a place called Pizza Chicken Hot For You. Ethan said, absolutely terrible service. Food was undercooked, there was blood on my chicken wings. So you best believe I've ordered chicken wings. I had 2 other places in mind for my 2-star reviews. I ordered both of them about 10 minutes ago, and both of them have already cancelled the order. I've genuinely never had that before. So those are out the window, and I found a couple more that I had in reserve. It's coming from Deliveroo, so it's time to kick back and relax. Decaf. My scran is here. I think that's what they say, right? Scran. So we ordered wings and a burger, nicely packaged. It feels warm, almost feels like Christmas unwrapping this. Probably more like a Krampus version of Christmas. We have the wings. They don't look bad, do they? They seem probably crispy enough. There's a decent amount of them. They're just your standard like fried chicken wings. They're not that crispy. Immediately picking it up, it's a little bit soggy. Doesn't look to be any blood on them. Okay. The coating isn't crispy at all. How do you get something soft and soggy when it's deep fried? It does have that GBD look. It's just not crisp. There's a good amount of spice coming through, and I like that. I like spice. It's almost like these are hot wings. The chicken inside is a little dry, and making dark meat like wings dry is really, really hard to do. I'm not getting much other taste other than the hotness of the wings either. So already, they're not bad, but they're not great. Out of 5, I think a 2 fits. Next up, this should be the chicken burger. It gave me, oh, I did order chips. They're quite pale. They have no salt on them whatsoever. And not even crispy, bit floppy, under-seasoned, and just not all that great. I mean, that's a sorry looking burger, isn't it? A little bit of mayo on the burger. I mean, there's a little bit of lettuce they've tried to give me. Here we go. This is a little bit of me. Now I will say, I always have been a sucker for a kebab shop chicken sandwich. We're cooked. We're decently cooked there in the middle. Not a bit of blood in sight. The coating, again, it's not crisp. Having that bit of a crunch and the crisp would be nice. Our chicken to bun ratio is not great. It's quite a small piece of chicken. And they've maybe put a little bit too much mayo on there. But by all means, it's not the best one I've had in the world, but it's certainly not the worst one I've ever had. Yeah, I think if we just had that bit more crisp, then I would give it like a 3.5, maybe a 4, but for what it is, it's a solid 2.5. The lettuce does look a bit sorry and maybe a little bit out of date. I mean, it's just a bit of wet lettuce. It's just wet lettuce. I think a 2.5 out of 5 is correct for this. There was nothing ultimately wrong with them, and it's not as bad as people say. Time to leave a review, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a 3-star review. My review, food came quick and on time. Someone below said their wings had blood in them. Mine did not. In fact, they had a good amount of spice to them, and I rather enjoyed the chicken burger. I've already ordered my other one, and this next one is called Wingo's. I've ordered another chicken sandwich to see if we can compare and if it's much better. Wingo's is also 2-star rated. Karen, because of course she's called Karen. Karen posted, honestly cannot believe what was on my plate. Wouldn't even give that to a dog. All bone, and the little meat I did find on it was raw. The chicken may as well have still been alive. Really not impressed in how people find that acceptable to even consider feeding to a human being. That is beyond me. Mega fuming. Now what I will say is there's been a bit of a plot twist. Greetings, Karen. Wingo's did reply, thank you for the rating and review, but since then they are under new management. And there's not many new reviews since they've been under new management, so maybe it's better. and just people haven't been reviewing it since? We're about to find out. Now, one thing I will say, which I find quite different, is every takeaway seems to vary wildly different in their ratings depending on the delivery service you go for. For the most part, I have gone with TripAdvisor today. No real reason, just I'm a bit of a fan of TripAdvisor. Anyway, Wingo's has arrived, and for some reason it says Tops Pizza on it. So that is a reusing bags, maybe? I don't know. It was delivered directly by Wingo's, so it's not even like the Deliveroo guy used the wrong bag or something. No, this is purely a Wingo's thing. 4 boxes for about 15 quid. That's not too bad. And I believe these are likely, I was gonna say these are likely the wings. These are chips. So the burgers came with chips again. They are very hot, which is very, very good actually, considering the last ones weren't hot at all. The tiniest bit more seasoning on them. The last ones didn't have any flavor to them whatsoever. Yeah, they're a bit floppy, but they taste all right. You can see it's nice and fluffy potato inside there. Look, that one just, it's broken its arm. I'm not sure whether this is, oh my word, there's like grease or water, something swishing around at the bottom. That's not that appetite. It could just be chicken juice. Now I ordered 6 wings, a chicken burger, and a quarter chicken. It's more rib cage than anything. It almost looks peri-peri-y, like a Nando's-y style. Well, it's cooked. Karen's wasn't, mine is. That bit was a bit tough, but we'll try more like from the middle. Actually really moist. The meat's well cooked. I really like the peri-peri dressing on it. That's really good. Oh, this is the chicken burger. Now look, that is a solid 5 out of 5 looking chicken burger. That is how it should be. Look at the bun. It looks really nice. I'm gonna save that for last. I'm gonna go for the wings. I assume these are the wings. And I just went for the standard medium, I believe, on the wings. Look at that. That looks lovely. Oh, now I'm a big fan of chicken wings. And these are genuinely exceptional. Flavored really well, really good amount of sauce on them. The chicken is seasoned, the chicken is succulent, it's juicy, it's the right amount of heat. These are really good. Such a good looking chicken burger. I'm ready for this. Mate, tender, juicy. The lettuce still has some crisp to it. The meat is well cooked, it's tasty. Again, it's seasoned really well. It's a grilled chicken breast, and it's got some char grilled bits on it, which add that little bit of crunch as well. And this was only about £1 more than the other one. These guys are doing it right. Wingo's, genuinely, hats off, I salute you. Wings, 5 out of 5. Really, really nice, really like them. That box is getting demolished the second this camera turns off. Chicken burger, again, very high. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. I'm gonna leave a review of 4 out of 5, which, considering it's got a 2 on TripAdvisor, hopefully this could bump it up a little bit. Why am I just holding this fork? My review, incredible chicken wings with an amazing sauce and flavour. I'd also highly recommend their chicken burger. Half chicken was a bit off and not loads of meat on it, but otherwise okay. Would go again. So this here is the only 1-star takeout that is close to me. It is a Chinese called Golden Sun. And it makes me really sad that this is a 1-star, because Golden Sun is the name of one of my favourite video games, and I feel like it deserves more. And there are only 2 reviews, and none of them complain about the chicken. One is just saying that the food arrived cold. Mine does not feel cold. And the other says, used Golden Sun for years, but recently food is late and cold. Tonight sauce was floating about in the bottom of a bag. Time to change. And if you ask me, that sounds more like something the delivery driver did, maybe accidentally knocked the sauce out, but I have some sauce and it's pretty good here. The 2 dishes I got some chicken balls, because you can't go to a Chinese and not get sweet and sour chicken balls. And one of their appetizers, also chicken, and also one of my favorite things, chicken satay. We're gonna start with satay because it was listed under appetizer. It doesn't look awful by any means. Maybe a little bit dry from how thin it is, but good amount of pieces in here. Let's give it a taste. It's a little bit tough.
No shit.
But the flavour is there. The satay sauce is really good. Tiny bit of heat to it. It's peanutty, just how I like it. But yeah, I think where the meat is so thin, some of it's gotten a bit burned on the edges and it's a little bit tough, but it's by no means a 1 star. Not much I can say about that. That was really, really yummy. But now, what everyone loves from the Chinese, a chicken ball. And these seem really decent. It's got a really nice crispy coating to it. That is like the crispiest thing that's meant to be crispy that we have had this entire video. The batter's got a really nice seasoning to it. The chicken is tasty and well cooked. I love the crunch on these. Genuinely as good as any other chicken balls that I've ever had. Try it with a bit of the sauce. This little dunky dunk. This is very yummy. This is really good. And I can't stop eating the chicken balls. It was definitely better than the first place I went to, like by a long shot. And I gave that one a 3. I'd give the satay maybe a 3 out of 5, just because it was a little bit tough, but I did maybe 3.5 out of 5 even. I think it was yummy. These little chicken balls, top tier chicken balls, crispy, delightful. The sauce was good. 5 out of 5. We're gonna leave a really, really nice review. And I'm hoping, being their 3rd TripAdvisor review, maybe it'll be enough to bump them up, but I think on TripAdvisor I can give half, so I'm gonna give them a 4.5 out of 5. My review. Amazing chicken balls. They were really crispy and seasoned well. Satay was a little tough, but the sauce flavour was amazing. And now we are finally here. It is my 1-star reviewed rated place. Now this place is rated 4 on TripAdvisor, but honestly, I'm just gonna read you my review. Unfortunately, this was one of the worst takeaway curries I've had. I don't usually leave bad reviews, but the poppadoms tasted weird and looked like plastic. The butter chicken was 100% a chicken korma, but also overly sweet and just not nice. Saving grace was the saag paneer. Now, I didn't order the saag paneer because I know they did do that well. I've ordered the butter chicken and the poppadoms. And here it is! It's a fancy looking bag. It's not, I mean, I think it might have come in this bag last time. We have the poppadom. I can tell you now, looking at these 2 poppadom, that looks really good. That is not what it looked like last time. You know those little small round ones that are just it's either how they look when they're not cooked or just one of those rubbish ones from like Tesco or Sainsbury's. It honestly looked like plastic and tasted like plastic, and that's actually a good poppadom. They've done that well. But this, my butter chicken. It was coconut based. A butter chicken is definitely more of a tomato base. And it just wasn't pleasant. And it was like a special birthday curry I had ordered for myself. So I was not very happy. Here we go. I mean, upon opening, this is like swimming in butter. Yes, it's a butter chicken, but there is so much butter in this. It's not pleasant. I even got some on the floor. Lovely. It smells so coconutty again. Does this place just not know how to do a butter chicken? Right, I put it in here. I'm just gonna go for it. Butter and all. I mean, it's big pieces of tandoori chicken. It's just as I feared. The chicken is cooked very well. The chicken is really juicy. Second I took a bite, it almost fell apart in my mouth. It's well cooked. It's not overly cooked. It's not undercooked. The chicken gets points. The sauce, however, it's literally a korma with a load of just butter slathered over the top. It is very sweet. It is not quite as sweet as last time, but it is still very sweet. It's just not a butter chicken. Honestly, if you were to taste this, you would be like, Sam, that's a korma. I'd be like, I know, if I serve this to you as a korma, you will call it a korma. Saving grace here today, the poppadom. Knowing and expecting it to be a korma, it doesn't make me hate it so much. I think this place just needs to learn what a butter chicken actually is. Just because the poppadoms are better this time, and the chicken is quite well cooked. I'm gonna give it more than a 1, but we're gonna go for a 2 this time. My review. Twice now I've gone here ordering a butter chicken. It's definitely a korma with melted butter on the top, not a real butter chicken. Flavors are all wrong and too sweet. Poppadom was better than last time though, and the chicken was cooked really well. I've loved doing this. Weird, interesting, good to try some places. Found some places I genuinely would go again, and it just goes to show, don't always judge a takeaway by the reviews it gets. Make your own decision. And as always, don't forget to